Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ground Branch. Ground Branch is named after, or the Ground Branch is the spooky bump in the night direct action arm of the CIA. And this game is a very meticulous, slow paced first person shooter being developed by some of the guys that made the early Rainbow Six games that were also, slow and tactical and much beloved before it devolved into the unrealistic arcade shooter of Rainbow Six Siege that we have now. So I've picked a map here at random. We've got 15 bad guys on the map that are trained an hour to complete the mission. This is a new game that is still in alpha, is early access, work in progress type situation. So right now we only have two game types. The terrorist hunt is, as you would expect, search and destroy. Intel retrieval adds in a couple of, more than a couple, but a random assortment of laptops spread across the map in undisclosed locations, and without knowing which one, you have to find the one laptop that has whatever bit of information you're looking for, grab it, and get out alive with it. Now, this game, as I was alluding to earlier, is very oriented towards teamwork and unit cohesion and communication. So, kind of like I play a lot of Squad, so to use Squad as an example, you have both local and team radio chat. And instead of having, just a menu and you build your kit and spawn in directly, you get this kind of ready room where you have a couple whiteboards tell you the name of the server, which I'm playing on my computer without having to be connected to the internet. I'm not in a server, I'm not playing with anyone else. This is just for demonstration purposes. So you can see me there on the roster by myself. You can have up to 8 people on your team or on duty. And if you do player versus player instead of player versus AI, they will be 8 versus 8 teams. So walk into the ready room, and it will say, you're on the blue team. There we go. See? And so the 8 guys on your team will be randomly assigned some of these lockers. It gave me this one way down on the end. I'm going to build a kit here, or at least show you, because I already have the kit that I want for this, but I want to demonstrate this kind of customization. You've got different types of guns and a list of different guns for each of those types. Oops. And then for each individual weapon, you can choose what gear or what attachments you're putting on it, which isn't new in itself, but the way they let you do this, let's say I don't want this stubby grip so far forward. I can grab it, take it off, and you see these little white circles. I can put it anywhere I want on that rail. And that applies to all attachments. I can move this flashlight, laser combo, as far forward or aft as I like. And the same with the optics. I could put my red dot way up here and then move the magnifier up here. I didn't change anything, so I'm not, because instead of building specific kits, you build weapons and then you can throw them in, and that applies to everything you see here. You can put the battery pack and night vision goggles and ear protection on your helmet. The pouches here on your belt and vest, you can individually configure each pouch. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8. This little pouch on the side here is more. So I've got 8 magazines for my rifle and 2, 4 spare magazines for my pistol. Plus, this is a flashbang. These 2 long pouches are flashbangs, a couple frag grenades, binoculars. Well, let's say I don't need all this gear. I don't want to carry all this weight. We'll take off the smoke grenades. We'll take off the binoculars. See, I got all that junk off the back of my belt. And, you know, the amount of weight I'm carrying has gone down. And it took those off the list of my loadout. But it's, you know, that easy. You just hit this little gear and you drag and drop whatever you want on or off. So, the other interesting mechanic that they have introduced, let me ready my gun here, is the ready position. You know, normally in games you're either, you know, at the low ready or aiming down sights. So you can also have, you know, level at the hip or the high ready. And the high ready is most important. Like if you're on the second floor of a building and you have teammates on the floor below you and you're down here at the low ready, you don't want to accidentally shoot through the floor and endanger the people below you unnecessarily. Anyway, so here's, you know, the roster is repeated to tell you who's ready, and you come to this room, and here's the map and repeated details of your mission. The names are randomly generated. In this case, this is Operation Northern Vengeance. This blank spot here at the top of the map near the extraction point is a lake or possibly an ocean. It's a large body of water. And the extraction point is actually on the dock, so someone in a boat is coming to pick us up. We can start either on the west or east ends of this ridge line. And you can see all these trees covering the ridge line that slopes down to the north. And then inside of it, all these solid straight lines are tunnels for this underground storage facility. So I'm just going to pick up on the west end here, and that's why I brought a small compact rifle. We're going to be underground inside the storage facility. I put a suppressor on it, but as you can see in this beautiful map, get my gun up here, we're also starting outside. So that's why I brought magnification. You know, I'm playing solo, so I'm probably going to get my pants shot off by 15 enemies. Vastly outnumbered here, but I'm going to give it a try just for demonstration purposes. And we're going to play this slow and careful. Look, there's a couple guys down there already. But before I take a shot at them, walking under the bridge. Oh, there's another guy. So there's 3 guys down there. But before I take a shot at them and give away my position, I'm going to make sure there isn't anyone, you know, up here in the trees with me. I don't want to get flanked. Another interesting mechanic, your default moving mode is a walk. And normally your guy kind of jogs and you press shift and he'll sprint. Well, in this case, your default mode, because sound is extremely important. You know, you can see your feet, you walk on the ground here. Kind of hear his footsteps crunching. It's quieter because I'm walking and I'm crouched. Stand and you're walking. So in this case, walking is your default movement speed, and shifting is you press shift. I see enemy! Yeah, one down, 14 bad guys left. You press shift and that gives you a nice little jog. And default control settings, you press control and you full on sprint instead of the default being a jog and sprint being an option. There's another guy. 2 guys down. So because I'm alone, I'm going to be extremely slow and extremely careful as I work my way down this ridge to get into those tunnels for the underground storage facility. The AI, I can talk. The AI is not terrible. It's not the best, but I can't also readily think of any other AI that is better. Especially with the variable settings on how good, how strong the AI is. This is the default normal setting. There are higher and lower settings. Part of the reason I brought this stubby little gun instead of a full-sized AK is because I'm going indoors. I wanted to add a suppressor, and that increases the overall length of the weapon. But being indoors, if you get too close to something, boop, it bumps the gun out of the way. And adding the suppressor increases the length of your gun, which, you know, if you're in doorways and small rooms, makes it all the more likely for that to happen and prevent you from shooting or getting on target. Where are you at? I'm not going to re-peek that. I don't want to get domed. Take the magnifier off. Missed. There's enough to make him run though. You also don't want to spend too long, you know, aimed down sights. Guns are heavy, and your guy gets tired, and you know that increases weapon sway, reduces accuracy, and so on. Now, this is all about the realism. We're not superhumans like the Master Chief. Some of the maps, environments, whatever you want to call them, may appear a little simple or plasticky. That's what, 5 guys? 1, 2, 3, and then 4 or 5. That wasn't the guy I was looking for, though. Anyway, as I was saying, some of the maps will feel kind of incomplete, but I mean the game is incomplete. What do you expect? They are usable. They are excellent, at least you know in their balance and map design, you know, layout, in my opinion. And details like better shadows. I'm gonna put my magnifier back on. Better shadows and the little things that make it feel lived in, like a coffee cup sitting on a table. Those will all come later. Well, it doesn't seem to be here. Maybe he went down into the ravine. I don't know what happened to that guy that I shot at and missed. Where he went to. Yeah, I don't want to be down there. There's another one down. It's 6. So now I'm running into an awkward spot. I don't want to expose my back to the entrance to the storage facility. But I suspect there is at least one more guy. See that green smoke down there? If I can jump up on these rocks? Maybe not. I suspect there's at least one more guy down there on the dock. See, there he is. Oh, magazine's empty. I'm stuck on the rock again. So I'm going to go sweep the dock and make sure we don't have anyone behind us still, and then we can go underground. Alright. Is that someone? Yes, it is. See, I feel like he should have seen me. But I ain't complaining. So that's 6, 7, 8. 7 or 8. Call that half of the enemy team down. Mag fire off. We're going to switch to full auto. And I'm going to go in through this side door. I saw him.
I see it!
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's not a door I can open. I think this is going to lead back into that main entrance tunnel. Oh, and I don't want to be in this big exposed tunnel. So I'm going to stick with coming down here. So it's 2 more guys, so we're 9 or 10 tangos down. And those are a couple bursts on full auto fire, so I'm going to do a tactical reload here. He retains the partial magazine. Kind of like if you've played Escape from Tarkov or Insurgency Sandstorm. If you press R once, like I just did, he does a reload and retains the partial used magazine. If you double tap R, he will perform a faster emergency reload and just dump the used magazine on the ground. I can see a good ways.
It's one of them! Over here! It's one of them!
Okay, he's down. So 1, 2 more is going to be 11 or 12 tangos. So we don't have to take out all 15 of the enemies. We just have to find the laptop and get out alive. But I haven't seen any laptops yet.
I see enemy!
I have no idea where he is. I'm going to put a pineapple in there because he knows where I am. Come on. Having to... There we go. Had a moment there. Did that grenade get him, or did he run away? Oh, that grenade got him. Alright. So, 2 or 3 bad guys left, somewhere, somehow. And here we come to an intersection. What's that? Oh, I gotta remember to breathe. Whew. Like I said, it's tense. The word I like to use is sweaty, just because of how into it you get. Another door. Is that door open? I think so.
Over here!
Oh, that made me jump. He's not down either. But I want to get behind this crate.
I see enemy!
Now he's down. I'm going to do another tactical reload. this. There we go. Turns the laser on. Make sure I'm on full auto again. Hey, here's a laptop. There's another one. Finally found some laptops. I'm gonna make sure a bad guy isn't just sitting around this corner before I take the second to search the laptop.
Over here!
Alright, he's down. Now, my count is not 100% in my head. There might be one more guy. There might not. So let's check this laptop. Oops. Had an itch. Let's check this laptop and see if we can get out of here. Aha! First try. Alright, so that one's it. Pick it up. So I don't even need to bother go looking at that one. I have what I need. Now I just gotta get out of here alive. I think this is the other... Oh, there's another laptop. Okay. See, this is that junction I was talking about, and I went that way, so it's just a loop. Turn my magnifier back on. These doorways that split out from that secondary tunnel back into the main entrance. Those guys I took out earlier. I like how they haven't despawned and that their guns are still here. And because my weapon uses the same magazines, I could take his magazine. Now we just gotta get down to the dock alive. I think that's... yeah, see, it's just laying on the ground. That's the gun of that guy. Now, I don't want this to drag out any longer than it has to. I'm going to leave that on. So I'm just going to mad sprint, since it's already a half-hour video, for a quick demonstration, sorry, to get us down to the extraction point, and hope that my count was correct, and all the bad guys are dead. There isn't someone down here waiting for me. There. See, I was right. I did get all 15 guys. It was only 26% accuracy. But I got in, I got the intel, I got out, cleared the bad guys. Took 23 minutes. Now, the other maps are, there's one, 747. Imagine doing that with 15 bad guys inside of an airplane. It's very tactical. This game is fantastic. I need to go shower. That was intense. It's certainly less intense doing it solo. Or, excuse me, I said that backwards. It's certainly less intense doing it with a team and more intense doing it solo. But I didn't want to hop into a populated server and try and record and do a demonstration with all the other stuff going on in the background. Anyways, my advice, if you like first-person shooters and teamwork and Barbie levels of customization, Ground Branch is the game for you. If not, stick with Call of Duty. See you guys in the next one.